Hi, I'm Chris Brown.
I fell in love with that person. That's embarrassing.
You are going to be placed on formal felony probation for a period of 60 months.
I felt it was time that you heard directly from me that I am sorry.
Then I really hit her. Like I with a closed fist, like I punched her.
I mean, it's not really a big deal to me now as far as that situation. I think I'm past that in my life.
If I love you, ain't nobody gonna have you.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the life of Chris Brown, a star whose career has been marked by immense talent and significant controversy. From his rise to fame to his legal troubles and public backlash, we'll explore how his actions have shaped his career and the conversations surrounding celebrity accountability. Let's get into it. Chris Brown burst onto the music scene in 2005 with his debut single, Run It. He quickly became a household name, celebrated for his smooth vocals and incredible dance moves. By 2007, he had released his self-titled album, which included hits like Kiss Kiss and Wall to Wall. He was often compared to icons like Usher and Michael Jackson, making waves in the R&B and pop scenes.
Welcome back to the Let's Get Into It podcast. Today we're doing a deep dive into Chris Brown, which I know can be triggering because he's got a huge fan base. You guys know him as the R&B superstar, but behind the platinum records and the Billboard hits lies a trail of chaos, controversy, and criminal behavior that the industry would rather sweep under the rug. Up until now, at a time where R. Kelly and Diddy, they're behind
Then came
bars.
the turning point in February 2009. Just days before the Grammy Awards, Chris Brown was involved in a domestic violence incident with his then-girlfriend, Rihanna. After a heated argument, Brown physically assaulted her, leaving her with visible injuries. He was arrested and charged with felony assault and making criminal threats. The public outrage was immediate and widespread. Many fans and advocates began to speak out against domestic violence, using this incident as a catalyst for larger discussions. The fallout from the Rihanna incident was severe. Many brands distanced themselves from Brown, and his music career faced major setbacks. The anger from fans was palpable, leading to protests and calls for accountability.
A threat, so I put the gun, on myself, and it went off.
Wait, okay, why? Okay, first off, I get, if the gun went off, it was an accident. But why is he sitting here over here, taking a weapon and putting it to his head, threatening to take his own life? What is going on here?
It wasn't a suicide attempt.
Of his former stepfather's blindness, Chris said, quote, "When you're blind, your senses are heightened. But he used to hit my mom. I remember one night he made her nose bleed." But Chris claimed the abuse at home got so bad that he...
Wait, so I wonder if, so Chris alludes to this man having a lot of...
This incident forced a national conversation about domestic violence and the responsibility of celebrities to set a positive example. Many questioned how Brown could continue to have a successful career after such a serious offense. Even after the Rihanna incident, Brown found himself in a series of legal troubles. In 2013, he was involved in a fight in Washington, D.C., which led to a probation violation. He was sentenced to 90 days in rehab, but his issues didn't stop there. In 2016, he was accused of threatening a woman with a gun during a standoff with police. Although he was cleared of charges, the incident added fuel to the fire surrounding his reputation. Each legal issue only compounded the controversy, painting a picture of a troubled star struggling with the consequences of his actions.
He seems like one of these young, entitled, rich guys who's never been told no. And he also seems like the type that doesn't respect women.
Chris Brown arrested after woman claims that he threatened her with a gun.
If I love you, ain't nobody gonna have you. I'm gonna make you miserable. I'm gonna chase that out. I'm gonna chase your around. Shit, I'm one of them. If I love you, ain't nobody gonna have you. That.
Chris Brown is disgusting for how he treats women. Not only
Despite the ongoing controversies, Chris Brown has made efforts to rebuild his career. He released several successful albums, collaborating with artists like Drake and Lil Wayne. His talent continued to draw fans, and he maintained a strong presence in the music industry. However, each release often reignited discussions about his past. While some fans were willing to forgive and move on, others remained critical, questioning whether he had truly changed. Chris Brown's social media presence has also been a double-edged sword. his posts often spark conversations, both supportive and critical. He frequently engages with fans, but has also been involved in online feuds and controversies that further complicate his image.
Karrueche, who was screwed over by him big time.
It'll already be public record that he's been harassing you. He seems like one of these young, entitled, rich guys who's never been told no. And he also seems like the type that doesn't respect women the way they should. And that's it.
It's clear that Chris Brown does not respect women, and when it comes to his criminal past, there's zero accountability. Chris is telling people to kiss his effing.
Critics argue that his behavior indicates a lack of accountability, while supporters believe he deserves a chance at redemption. This dynamic reflects broader societal views on celebrity culture and the expectations placed on public figures. So, what does Chris Brown's story teach us? It highlights the complex relationship between celebrity and accountability. Can someone truly redeem themselves after serious transgressions? How do we balance forgiveness with the need for responsibility? As we reflect on Brown's journey, we see the importance of discussions about domestic violence, mental health, and the impact of fame. It's a reminder that behind the headlines are real people who need to take accountability for their actions.
Keep it under wraps so she could have this restraining order. Karrueche took to the stand Thursday in her restraining order case against Chris, telling a judge after she broke up with the singer, he demanded diamond rings he bought for her to be returned, which she refused, and then Chris became aggressive because she refused to return those diamond rings that he had gifted her. Karrueche explained that in text messages between herself and Chris post-breakup, he would say things like, quote, "I'm not being nice to you anymore. If I see you out in public, I'm going to be there and I will make you hate me even more. Don't be anywhere. I'm out in public. I'm going to ban you from all the events." So he's saying, like, I'm going to blacklist you from Hollywood because, like, I guess they're done. And he said this a few different times. There's one.
The fallout from the Rihanna incident was severe. Many brands distanced themselves from Brown, and his music career faced major setbacks. The anger from fans was palpable, leading to protests and calls for accountability. This incident forced a national conversation about domestic violence and the responsibility of celebrities to set a positive example. Many questioned how Brown could continue to have a successful career after such a serious offense. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of Chris Brown's life and controversies. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think he deserves a second chance? How do you feel about celebrity accountability? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content. Critics argue that his behavior indicates a lack of accountability, while supporters believe he deserves a chance at redemption. This dynamic reflects broader societal views on celebrity culture and the expectations placed on public figures. So, what does Chris Brown's story teach us? It highlights the complex relationship between celebrity and accountability. Can someone truly redeem themselves after serious transgressions? How do we balance forgiveness with the need for responsibility? As we reflect on Brown's journey, we see the importance of discussions about domestic violence, mental health, and the impact of fame. It's a reminder that behind the headlines are real people